broker than you think. We're gonna focus on Mike Tyson.
Wow.
So Mike Tyson, Iron Mike, was once the most feared boxer in the world, earning over 400 million from his fights and endorsements. How he lost it. Tyson's high spending lifestyle included lavish jewelry, exotic animals, and multiple mansions, combined with legal issues and divorces, drained his finances. He declared bankruptcy in 2003, reportedly 23 million in debt. I'll stop it there. So this is the new segment of Broker Than You Think. So a lot of times people see the 400 million, 350, 200 million, 100 million, 50 million. You're like, oh man, shoot, man, I wish I was making that type of money. And come to find out, broker than you think.
Mhm.
When you hear that, what do you, where do your mind go initially? And that's just answering, I'm gonna pull up something else. I just had a spare the moment thing.
No, I've heard some of Mike's story. I think that he's a perfect example of like I think we talked about this last week in that you have to be able to separate these celebrities. They're really good at making money, but that doesn't mean they're really good at keeping it. And so I think if you want to, I don't know, if it, for the people out there that are like me, when they get some money and it kind of burns a hole in their pocket, if you ever want to, I don't know if you're familiar. Do you know what a mukbang is?
A what?
They call it a mukbang. It's basically when you're on YouTube and you're watching, they'll have like a seafood boil or something, and they just eating it. You probably seen them videos, people eating online.
Yeah.
The people, long story short, people watch these type of videos. I guess I don't know if they're hungry, they want to watch somebody eat. If you want to do that financially, Mike Tyson, he didn't spend any type of, he didn't bought, he's made every type of purchase you can think of, fashion, clothes, homes, and you threw in legal your divorce issues. So if you want to figure out how to if you want to see a way to spend money, a way to run through hundreds of millions of dollars, go track Mike Tyson's purchases. And so again, it just makes me think about that one book I read that said that when you see somebody who has a luxurious item, let's say it's a sports car, we quick to think that, oh, they got money. All it means is that they had money. They had the exact amount they
Mm.
needed to get that car, or they had access to the credit to get that car. It doesn't mean that they got money. They just had access to get that specific thing. They had money. They had whatever. If it was a $200,000 car, they had $200,000. They're driving it now. They don't have it anymore. So
Yeah, man, it's so interesting, man. Like the numbers are the numbers, right? Let me second here. The numbers are the numbers, and a lot of times, like and so I also wanted to talk about the fight that he had.
oh yeah.
Let me
The
see.
uh
So
the
let me see.
event.
Yeah, man, that I almost cussed. Um,
the event. I ain't calling a fight.
pay for the how much? So how much Mike Tyson getting paid for the fight? Estimated net worth. Da, da, da. I think they said he probably is gonna get paid like let me so I'm just reading off of CBS News Money Watch. I'm not gonna do a screen share, but I just pulled it up real quick, and so I'm just gonna talk about it as we're talking through it. So while Jake Paul making money moves, he done created a production company, all the things, and he just got Mike leveraging his stardom, and he just collecting a check. But Jake Paul playing looked like he was playing a bigger game.
hmm
And it just threw me off. I was like, why wasn't it the other way around? Like you got this YouTuber,
hmm
like you've been in boxing your whole life. Why weren't you on the ownership side of it? Like that just always baffled me on that. But in any event, they said he was gonna that he'll make roughly about 20 million on that, $20 million on that fight. But here's the thing. you start doing weird like when you broke and you got stuff going on, you just start doing weird stuff for money. Like weird stuff for money. $20 million
Yeah.
dollars for a fake fight, which could impact your legacy. Now like would you what would you do when you now bringing it down to the average person, you
Mhm.
know, when you check the check or you upside down, you negative, what type of weird stuff will you start doing for money? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I start doing something strange for a little bit of change. You start stealing. I don't know if you seen that story where them girls, I ain't trying to bash the ladies, but the girls, they were in California stealing, stealing, and then they in the back of a cop car and they talking about they recorded talking about it's a felony now and
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it's gonna mess up their life. And so and not to bash on them. I'm not trying to do that, but like then now you resorting to stealing and impacting your future. You just get desperate. And it's all because of the lack of money, the lack of financial literacy. You done got yourself in a hole. You owe all this money. And you don't have anything saved. You don't have anything invested. And it's just a treadmill. And it's to the next thing. It's just as we covered last week, you get a check, you spend a check. You get a check, you spend a check. You get a check, you spend a check. And if you're not careful, time will keep passing, more time will pass before you look up. You like, dang, I'm 60. And you don't have nothing. So look around people in your environment. And if you are in your 20s, fast forward it by 25, 30 years, look at their life. If you don't make changes, that's going to be you. If you like
Mm,
what you see, cool. But more times than not, you're literally
mm,
looking at the future version of you. So you might be looking like, man, how could they not do this and that? But then you still carrying on the same behavior patterns or lack thereof as it relates to money management, making more money, investing your money over long, consistent periods of time, and just doing productive things and not thinking of trying to be a lifelong finesser or making excuses, complaining about the CEOs, complaining about returning to work, complaining about your relationships, and you are not doing what it takes to improve your situation. So this is the KB Money Show, and we're always going to tie it back to doing more, being more, so you can do more, so you can have more. And it's not necessarily have more stuff. Have more investments, have a higher net worth, have a higher income, have a higher quality of life, being able to take those vacations when you've earned it, when you've earned it, being able to pay for that gift for your spouse because they've been holding you down, being able to buy yourself something nice, being able to buy that nice car. So this ain't about being frugal, it's about timing, it's about doing the work. As we get ready to close, what is when you hear doing weird stuff, check the check, and anything else I said, what I'll let you get the last words on it.
it just makes me sad of thinking about the Tyson situation because I didn't really think about it in that light. Because we're so it's blue collar. You just think, oh, a check. Oh, I'm happy for Mike. He got a check. I wasn't even thinking about it from the perspective of he should be owning this. He should never have ever even had to put gloves on again. He put in so much work in the 80s and 90s and early thousands. He should never even have to step in that ring again. And I saw it's funny you mentioned legacy. I'm not sure if you saw the same video where he had like a little girl interviewing him, like 10 years old, and she was like, well, "What do you think about your legacy?" She asked an innocent question. He turned the dark mic on. I ain't gonna do the impression, but he turned. He was like, "I don't care about legacy." He's like, it basically said, "I don't care about my legacy. I don't care about that. That's selfish talk. That's selfish talk. Why would I care about what people think about me when I'm dead?" It's basically the answer that he gave. And at the time I heard it, and I was like, "That's kind of deep." Okay, that's one way to look at it. But now the more things have played out, you can see, doesn't he? See, how can you care about your legacy when you're broke, or when in your mind you think you're broke, you think you're poor, you you don't care. You think your life You think that the living world sucks. Why would you care about what happens when you die? You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
Life on Earth sucks for you. So why would I care about life after I'm gone? Why do I care about what people think about me when I'm gone? People think highly of me now and I'm broke. So why do I care what people think about me now when I'm gone? I can see where Mike is at, but it's just sad, man. It's just not. I don't think that's the way to think about it. Like Mike, you're right. He should have owned this whole thing and been the one to reach out. Hey, Paul, you want to do something fun, make a little money? But it's sad, man. And then you see that image of him like, or that little mini video of him like crying and stuff in the ring. They taking the gloves off him. Yeah, it's like that. Really, that's that our future. You're gonna be some highly paid chumps. They didn't turn Mike Tyson, the coldest, baddest man on the planet, to looking like that. That's crazy. I don't like that.
Mm.